Previously on Rattenkrieg.
Absolutely disgusting. Look, he's coming in with all the troops as well. Oh my god, is he gonna... Oh, he smoke bombed the machine gun emplacement. Holy crap. He's all the way in base right now. And he's just sitting in his opponent's base.
Let's see what happens when he's up against a number 13 in the world player. This time Hector, who was in episode 5A. This is now episode 5 Part B. Hector was south on Crossroads, and he was up against 123 in the world Soviet player in the north. And here he is trying the strategy against somebody that's a little bit better, Hector, in the south. I'm going to put it on ×2 speed, just for sake of quickness, because we've all seen how this strategy works in that previous episode. And if you haven't seen it, there's a link in the description. Go back and watch the first part of this episode. And we're going to see what can happen if he's up against a slightly more highly ranked player, possibly somebody with a bit of prior info or somebody that's aware of the strategy. Let's see what happens differently. It must be noted though, Caesar did upload this to kotu.org, and he said he was just told to upload it. That doesn't necessarily indicate he was cognizant of what it represented, or and he's also labelled the replay "What the fuck Hector?" WTF Hector. So yeah, it's one of those things. We don't know what's going to happen. We are aware that he is now trying the strategy against something that's a lot better. So it's 123 in the world versus 13. Soviet here has again gone for a 3 conscript build into 4, which is very trendy at the moment. Nice Ura away, a soft pedal back into the house. As standard play, incendiary grenade comes in. He decides to leave the house to his OKW opponent. Meanwhile, he's got these conscripts here wailing on them from the east side. Kubelwagen, by the way, is doing a good job of capping up the map. Turns its MG34 onto the conscripts. Stern Pioneer's pushed away. Now here comes the flak half-track. Sorry, the SWS truck, which of course will become the battle grouper. Give him that access to the flak half-track. Keep an eye on Hector, see if he's got a no 18 aids at this point. Almost getting to party zone when he gets that 55 fuel. The truck is now set up. Seeming to like having the his soldiers' feet burning there. Merciless from Hector. Comes up against Sterling resistance here. Tries to flank them with a Stern Pioneer. He's at 50 fuel. Very close to getting the flak half-track out within 6 minutes. Of course, it's precisely what he's going to try and do. There you go, it's in the build. Should hit just before 6 minutes at this rate, and then as soon as it does, we'll go back to ×1 speed. Well, I could have skipped through the game, but I'd much rather give you an overview of what's happened so far, just so you can see if there's any big differences. And to be honest, let's face it, that there aren't really any major differences between this and the previous game. So if we just want to double check that, we'll go back to the previous game and look at just when the flak half-track hits. I think it's about this mark here. Oh, come on, YouTube. YouTube has been slow today. Right, so the flak half-track hits around here. We've got 4 conscripts on the field. Notice the Soviets' territory is roughly half the map. And the OKW player has been under some duress, having to get their cut-off back there. In this game, Caesar actually has less of the map. Again, he's got 4 conscripts. He does, however, have Tier 2 built. He's got a Maxim coming out. But then again, I believe that in the previous game, Tier 2 was also built at this point, giving access to the Ziscon should he require it. Stern Pioneer sticking out in that battle. Not to be advised, probably. But here comes the flak half-track, the centerpiece of the strategy. I wonder if he's going to wait a little while longer until all of his infantry are together to go for that all-important base rape. The flak half-track is pivoting around in the centre of the base there. That's probably not what he wanted to happen. Maybe he wants the Stern Pioneer to be ready. Yeah, he's going to get the Stern Pioneer ready. So now at the 6-minute 40 mark, when we were at the 5-minute 20 mark in the previous game. Nice mine coming up from Caesar there. Of course, he'll probably go... Yeah, he's going to go for a strange angle. Ziskun already in the preparation as well, so good game sense from Caesar. He could hear the flak half-track lingering in the background. Don't believe the other guy gets Ziskun out anywhere near to there. Indeed not. There's always a grand bit of strategy for you. Build a Ziskun. Second half-track's already coming out, by the way. But it looks like he's going to go for it. He's got all of his groups. He's got his infantry in a Paula-esque formation. Flak half-track bringing up the rear. Going to get that all-important, juicy, concealing smoke for 25 munitions to smoke out this base MG. Ziskun is actually pushing up out of the base. So it seems to me that Caesar isn't overly knowledgeable of the strategy, which makes this counter very pure. There you go. He's seen what's happening. Smoked it out here. Here comes the Stuka smoke, maybe? Indeed, there we go. Stuka smoke reconnaissance. Did actually get suppressed this time. It wasn't as well timed by Hector, but he is already getting destroyed by the Ziskun. Not what he would have had in mind. Going to burn up now. There you go. Ziskun does the work. If he steals the Ziskun, though. Also, it must be noted, this Focus Grenadier didn't get into the base sector. He has stolen it. Conscripts are darting around to buy Caesar time. Good micro from Caesar. He's then going to do a classic annihilation survival strategy of running past the MGs of his own base to get the protection. I thought he was going to get inside the MG at first. Here comes the second flak off track. This is looking dicey now. Don't forget the Ziskun has been decrewed. Ah, there's the 18A though. Concealing smoke goes in. I'm not sure what the merit of that was because he's already passed the point. Maybe he needed to get that Zis. No, that is outside the sector. Regardless, though, he's now gotten the Ziskun. So that now sees Caesar in a little bit of a pickle. Maxim's now finally coming back to help out. The Fallschirmjäger elite paratroop squad certainly causing them all kinds of problems. Maybe a merge could be useful there if you wanted to make the Maxim a really useful unit right here. Ziskun is in the build, of course. Probably going to pop out from there again. Try and find that wide angle. He's going to need to. Destroying this MG with the stolen Zis now. More concealing smoke from the Stukas. Zis instead elects to come down this path. Possibly a safer option to hide behind the bunkers. Is he going to attack ground through the bunker? Yes, he is. Great work by Caesar there. Flak off track's trying to find the angle. Of course, he can be seen right now. He's found just outside the scope of vision. That cone of fire. He's trying to reverse away from it again. Missed from the Ziskun. Conscripts coming in. We've got more conscripts coming. This is really tense. I don't actually know who wins this, to be sure. Second flak truck is down. Ziskun has been decrewed. Hector's lost his Stern Pioneers. Caesar has defended this majestically. Showing just what can be done against the malignancy that is Hector's strategy here. First Grenadier goes down. Gobbledygook coming out of Hector. He's clearly been rattled. And there you go. That's how you counter it. It's all about accurate micro decisions in the heat of battle to get away from the situation and survive the base rape. And just in general, I want to very quickly talk about the reactions to this video. I found some of the comments quite funny. A lot of people are like, why are you posting this? Well, no, people didn't say that. They were just a little bit kind of, you know, this isn't what I subscribe for, somebody said. And this is a part of RTS gaming. This is a base rape. It's a valid strategy. And coming here, one, it was a valid strategy. In StarCraft, it's a valid strategy. To do something aggressive where you take your opponent by surprise is fair in war. And that's exactly what this series will aim to celebrate. So if you've got any cool strategies you've employed, Doesn't have to be a base rape. It can be something else. It can be innovative. It can be something people aren't suspecting, like a regal mine in a devilish place, or an M5 full of an unusual type of troop. Anything you've utilised on the battlefield that you think's unique to you and you want to be celebrated, send it in and we'll take a look. But now, thank you for watching and goodbye.